Okay, so I see a lot of people struggling with post plants, where to play and how to play them, and like kind of the theory behind post plants. So if we're gonna talk about the theory of post plants, the most important part about post plants is playing with your teammates and playing off of your teammates. Now I'm mainly gonna be going over positions to play if you're in like an even situation. If you're not in an even situation and you're down in numbers, then you want to play a lot more aggressive. If you're even on numbers, you want to play off your teammates a lot more. So if you want to play off your teammates, so like on Abyss, which is the first map I'm gonna go over, the main plant spots are gonna be right here in this little corner. You can kind of play right here. Look at this corner over here. You want to be a little out, look wide, and then it should get on top of the ledge. So if it gets on top of the ledge, boom, it gets on top of the ledge. So the things you want to take control of on Abyss, so they don't have two spots to retake from, is tower. Especially if you take it cleanly, you know you have to use Muto to get up here. Figure you play this corner to keep control, and then you can sit on this ledge right here and not be seen when they walk up, and then this guy takes contact and then you swing. And if you want to play CT, you want to play backside right here. You can play backside, then you have somebody playing in this little corner right here holding your heaven. You have somebody in this corner right here playing off the guy on top box for the heaven push. As they peek him, you swing out and you should be able to get the free trade. Backside, you know, you can play wide right here. You know, whatever length you want to. If you want to play wide, take first contact, then the guy right here, and then he picks off you. You can't be seen in this corner unless like you're super wide out, and by that time this guy will take contact. Or of course you know you can play in this corner, take first contact if they run out, and peek off this guy, or have this guy peek off of you. Or you can, you know, peek off this guy, play close. And that's what Abyss A side or B side. Now, like I said, I'm not really going to be going over playing spam, but the spam spots you can play either in this corner, playing in that corner, or in this corner. Personally, it's either this corner that I like playing or that. Depending if you have like an Astra or not, it's really easy to play. And then, you know, you want to have somebody up here playing heaven, play spam. And then if you have a Silva, they can spam through a wall. So if you want to play site for post plant, having library control is incredibly important. It's probably the most important point, because if they take this entire area of library, then the only spots you can play on site is backside, and it's super congested, and you'll just get pinched from the left, and then heaven, and then under. It's just a lot of angles to take care of. So you can play in this corner on library, take control of this library area. Heaven can't really see you, and then you have your teammate who's playing over here by the boxes to swing off of you to get your trades, or, you know, to of course assist you. Or another spot you can play is up here. I typically like duelists play up here, and you can play kind of like a high-low on top and below. It's a really good angle. I don't really see it used a lot though. And then you have somebody watching heaven, of course, from main, which is really good. You kind of always want to have somebody main, because if they do smoke this area off main, then you can see over the smoke and see heaven still. So it's a really good angle, and a lot of people don't really clear it well, like when they come from heaven. Not a lot of people really look heaven. They look down, 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 library. They don't clear that. So having somebody in nest up here is really good. Other than that, you can play here to control this library area, just in case these people die, and then you can peek out heaven. So the B bomb site on Ascent is split into two phases, pretty much. So you want to protect this front site right here. It's the most important spot on B site to protect when in post plant, because if they take this front site, they can take control of stairs and lane. Then they flood onto you, and it's just hard to protect, and it's hard to take fights like that. So you want somebody in this corner watching CT or market. You want somebody here peeking on a timing, so the people coming out CT. You want somebody in like boathouse watching CT walkout, so this main guy can peek out on a timing. You can of course play logs. This isn't really checked all too often. And then if you can kind of hold like a cross right here with this guy here, and then you can peek out CT with this main guy. And then you can also play here and peek off this main guy, this guy, and even the logs guy. It's a really good spot. If you want to play on site, a good spot is here. Play on this wall. People don't really like walk out lane looking at that. They're kind of looking right here they don't really clear this. So it's a really good spot to hold lane from, but they will be out. But if you can also sit right here on their first initial walkout, or you can play, you know, on this box. This is fine for this walkout, or you just play backside. It's not a lot of spots you can play. Or as well, you can play behind these boxes, crouch, have that guy holding from right there, and then it's the high-low or lane or stairs, I mean. So on Ascent A, there's not really a lot of good spots to play. So, you know, you have doors. If you, of course, have door closed, maybe you have your sentinel lurked up in garage or garden. You can play Hell for the guy who drops down. And then you can also play Jenny for this guy who also drops down, or to look at Heaven when they walk out. Typically, people don't super hard clear this. And then they'll walk out trying to clear this, and then main, and then they'll walk out and you get a free head tap. The only post plant spots you can like plant is right here, in front of Jenny and in front of Dice. There's a spot right here. You can also play here. If doors close, you can peek out for Heaven. And then you can have this guy who's right here, peek out for Heaven. If you want to take control of Heaven, you play this box. You jump up, you fight. And if you want to play with your teammate, you have a guy right here, tucked out. And you can play this corner as well to peek off your teammates who are taking contact with Heaven. And then for Garden, there's not a lot you can do to protect Garden other than like sitting in front Jenny and holding like this. Or, you know, you sit in front of Dice and you hold like this, which is kind of hard to do because these guys Heaven will be fighting you. But mainly you want to play with your teammates and swing off your teammates. So playing Jenny, swinging off this guy, not that guy, but this guy Dice. Or if a guy is just front main sitting switch, which a lot of people do, you know, you swing. There's only really two spots you want to play. It's triple and default, right over here in this little corner over here. You want to take control of lamps and showers. If you do not have showers control, you probably won't even be able to take the site and play in the first place. So you want to split, maybe send 2, 3 here, take bath, take short, and then take lamps, because if they take lamps, they can easily kill these guys in double box or new box. I forgot what it's called. The best spots, you want to take control of lamps. You know, you have somebody camped in the corner here, you have somebody peeking off of you from right in that pink. I take first contact, this guy swings off me, this guy fights, he dies. We have control of lamps now. And now they have to use a bunch of util to clear you out. Boom. For bathroom, taking control of this is really important because then they don't have a bunch of space right here to fight the default plant. The only thing you have to worry about is Heaven, so you just, you know, you can smoke right here. And all you have to do is just keep this control, you peek. There's not really a lot of spots you can play to play post plant on bind, honestly. You can take control of bench or these guys close, but the only problem is you don't have a lot of people peeking off you unless you have somebody showers. So if you have somebody showers, you're playing bench, then this person can peek off you. We're playing bench. But if you're playing bench, this guy can swing from right here, see you, and they won't be able to get to trade from short. So that's a little risky, but if you want to play it, you can. Then you can, of course, play short and play around this box. Boom. But the main thing is making sure you have control of bathroom and lamps. Now for B, there's 2 entry points for bind B. It's elbow and this little spot right here. And this is why bind B and retaking on B is really hard. It's because this choke point is just super easy to deal with. The only spots you can really play, you play in the middle, of course, or if you want to be safe, you play in that corner. You can play here. They can see you though for this fight. So mainly you want to be playing around this tube. You can play on top tube or for the peak right here. You can play on top of the box for your entry. You have this smoked off. When you're on retake, or not, you're on retake on post plant, you smoke this off so that they can't just walk out CT for free. Then you play here, pick up your teammates. You know, this guy's fighting, you pick up your teammate, boom. You playing 2 for this walkout. This is an easy, you know, cross replacement headshot. Then you play hookah. The hookah right over here. Beautiful. So for Haven A, this is gonna be a little weird on Haven. So you kind of want to like a little trifecta on Haven A bomb site. So you play Hell, play Graffiti, and then you have a guy right here as well. It's kind of just like a triple hold basically. These 2 players right here. This guy Hell takes contact first. or this guy, whichever one you want to peek out wider. These guys take first contact, then this guy swings out, helps the two guys. And then you can play, you know, of course, short right over here for heaven, and then you swing out for CT as well, but mostly you want heaven smoked at 90% of the time whenever it can be smoked, since it's a really dangerous spot. Or you can play on top of this box as well for this double hold for this guy, and this guy is just an off angle. Then the plant spots you want to do is right here or right here. This spot can both be seen from short and then long as well. If you want to play spam, of course. If you want to play spam with post plant. For B, post plant positions, you kind of just want to play offside on B. You plant mid, the middle of it, and then you play offside. Play in this corner over here. You play in this area over here. You can play in this cubby if you are waiting for him to walk out. Since you guys are playing spam, then you guys can play backside, of course. For these two areas, you have your teammate in this corner right here, and if you're sitting backside, you peek off this teammate where I'm sitting, and then it's also the same if you have a guy right here. If you're playing backside, you want to be looking at the opposite side of where your teammate is. So if your teammate is right here, then you want to be looking at C-Link while I'm looking at A-Link. And then when I take contact, you swing A-Link and then you trade me. Other than that, there's no real spots to play on site. Two plant spots which are good are right here and here. You of course can plant safe, but it's not good for spam. Typically you want to play spam on this site since it's super free. Plant in that little spot right here. You one way it. Why did it do that? You one way it. Boom. It's one way harder to defuse. Post plants on site. Play in this corner right here. This is good when they walk out. You swing when they walk out. You play on the top of this box right here. You jump off the box, of course. While sitting right here. This is off angle. You can also sit right here. This is also another angle that people don't typically clear. While your teammates take control of CT, you can sit right here and take garage. And then you can have your teammate on default, or if they walk out garage as well. Other than that, there's not really a lot of spots to play. So for Pearl A, there's 3 points of entry for retake, art, flowers, and secret. So you want to take one of these areas from the enemy so they can't retake from that area. Typically people pick art. You take control of art, you plant here. There's 3 plant spots. You plant here, here, and then in front of the vending machine. Typically if you take art, you plant in front of the vending machine. If you take secret, then you plant on the side. You do not want to play on site typically on Pearl. It's really hard to defend. There's not a lot of space and it's really congested, and then you can just get utiled up. So taking control of main, making sure main is safe, and making sure art is safe. When they start tapping, then you play spam. There's not much else to it. If you want to take control of secret, you can fire from right here. You can hold this. You can have a teammate holding from right here, waiting for your contact, and he swings. Playing outside is perfectly fine on B actually. Of course, if you want to play spam, you play in this corner. You can one-way it on top of the box, or you can plant right here and it be in the wide open, and you can play spam from pillar. So the main spots you want to play, either pillar for spam, or up here in the one-way, shooting that guy. If you want to play on site, then making sure you have to make sure you have hall control. So you can play right here in this corner and pick off your team on your teammates who are just playing in this corner. A lot of people play this corner. I personally don't like it, but whoever's getting cleared right there, you pick off them, boom, like that. Or you take first contact here. You have your teammate set up right here, and he picks off your contact, getting the trades or just free kills. Okay, for split A, real easy. You plant in this corner right here. It can be seen from main and heaven, just in case you want to flank around, or you can plant safe. If you plant safe, you have to play site. If you want to play site, the good spots to play. Hold on.
My ultimate is ready.
Okay, if you want to play site, the good spots to play is in this corner for here. If they walk out, this teammate over here takes first contact, Or like if he's playing pillar, he takes first contact, you swing out, boom. Then you can play under here. For the people who walk out heaven, they have to walk out heaven to clear you. You have somebody playing new box to peek off of you, of course, since on post plants you want to play with your teammates. He swings out, he kills this guy. Or if this guy pillar, he swings out, he kills that guy who swings out. But just making sure they can't just freely walk out rafters and walk out alley is perfect. And making sure your teammates can play off you or you can play off your teammates. So here, you can play in the back, watching heaven. And then your teammates who are main can also peek out from here for heaven when you take contact or if they take contact. Personally, if this guy takes contact first, this swings out, he should be wide open. And then you can play pillar, playing off this guy who's under here or who's playing new box. For A, there's 2 plant spots that are recommended. So front sight if you want to, for heaven. And then you want to plant in this corner if you want a safe plant so you can see it from main. So the plant spots, post plant spots you want to play is you can play behind map. Just make sure you don't give your information out. So because if they know you're there, they can just spray. It's really annoying to deal with. Then you can play in flowers. This area watching for heaven walk out. And then you can have the guy who's map swing off of your contact when they walk out. Then you can play in elbow for these guys who walk out CT. And if you're playing flowers, you can swing CT and help the guy who's getting shot elbow. Typically though, you want to make sure you have control of ramps, have somebody lay lurking ramps, walk up, and then you can play flowers, or not flowers. You can play heaven and then play post plant and kill the guys right here. So for sun today, real simple, you play like right here or just in the open in general. You can also plant like just just somewhere around this box. So you want to have somebody late main, just sitting here, making sure flanks control is good. And you want to have this guy main peek off a timing when these guys in link take contact with people on site. For example, like this guy's right here, or the guy's fighting right here, or if they're really wide out, you're fighting the guy's safe box is fighting here. You can play default, and then whoever's taking contact in alley, whether it's a guy like sitting right here, or like elbow and they're taking contact alley, you want to swing off of them, play default like this. Boom. Or the guy's safe box who's peeking, if they're peeking alley, boom, you swing out, you fight them. For B, you want to make sure you either have control of Boba or Market. If you don't have control of either and they can just retake from the site, then it's going to be really hard. After this rework to the map, it's really hard to play main because you have to be really, really wide out to be able to spam this box or this post plant. So personally, I like going backside, making sure backside's control, playing here, and then you fight your space. You have a smoke right here, and then you have Boba control. Boom. You can play in this corner. I don't know if you can still be seen from main, but you can play this corner and they walk out. You play here. As they walk out market, you have control of market since they're not out. And then the guy's stairs can peek off of you. Boom. This guy's stairs can also control Boba if they don't walk out. You can also play in this box. So if they walk out backside, you peek, boom, boom. This guy's stairs maybe takes contact first, or this guy here if they're playing that corner takes contact. You can also play behind this box right here, take contact as well. There's a lot of little spots you can play. Personally, I would just say play in this corner, have this guy sit in this box right here. He peeks off you, boom. Other than that, if you do want to play main, you have to sit in this corner essentially, so you can play spam. That should be it. Those are the post plant spots that I would recommend. Post plants, you should be playing with your teammates, off your teammates. You should need to make sure that you're not making solo plays and just giving up your life for free. That's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll recommend some video ideas later.